now recording. Chapter 2 is one of my favorite chapters. Chapter 2 and chapter 3 are my two favorite chapters. They talk about life skills and professional image. And this is part of that other 50% of barbering. And it's important to have that when when you're in the shop, when you're out in public, and with everything you're doing. We were talking outside earlier about the store that you went to in Atlanta. They had terrible customer service. Mm-hmm. You can be one of the best haircutters in the world, but if you don't have the right attitude or whatever, people ain't gonna want to fool with you. And then not just that, you have to have the mindset, to be able to be a good barber. Because as we say all the time, life ain't gonna go right. Every day ain't gonna be sunny. Some days it's gonna rain hard, but you still got to have the same attitude when it's raining hard versus when it's beautiful outside, when you go into work. So, it's important, to have that mindset when you're in the barbershop or just in life, and whatever you do, you always got to have the right mindset. Life is a mindset. I don't care what it is you're doing. And that's what chapter 2 is going to be talking about, is life skills. And chapter 3 will be talking about the professional image. So we're going to start, like I said, on page 24. And we're going to talk about some of the things that you do in the shop. And it's going to be talking about, again, that other 50% of barbering that makes you that 1% barber that makes you different. Okay, so what I want to start on is page 24, like I said, under the LO1. I just want to read this part here because it's important, what it says here. So it says, life skills are those day-to-day actions and skills that help you to be a productive and well-rounded person. Some of the most important life skills for you to remember and practice include the following: be helpful and caring to others, make good friends, feel good about yourself, having a sense of humor, maintaining a cooperative attitude, approaching work with a strong sense of responsibility, being consistent in your work, adapting successfully to different situations, sticking to a goal and seeing a job through to completion, mastering techniques to become more organized, developing sound decision-making skills. All of those are very important, not just in the barbering industry, but in life. I'm going to go under LO2. Success has been defined in many ways over the years, and the definition varies from person to person. What is your definition of success? Take a few minutes to think about your answer and write it down. The process of self-actualization, fulfilling one's full potential, requires lifelong commitment. Stay the course and fuel your passion by following proven success-building steps. Action steps for success. Being successful in life requires hard work and effort. Continually focusing on the following action steps will create a solid foundation for achieving your goals. Build self-esteem. Self-esteem is based on inner strength and begins with trusting your ability to achieve set goals. It is essential that you begin developing high self-esteem while you are in school. Reading positive affirmation is a great way to start building your self-esteem. Now, I'm gonna stop there for a second. Some of you new students, you're new, but you guys that have been here before, I tell you all the time, cut with confidence. Y'all have heard me say that 100 times, and y'all new students, y'all will hear me say the same thing, cut with confidence. You gotta trust yourself. Trust the strokes that you're making. Trust what you're doing, because that goes a long way with perfecting this and being a better barber and a better person. Also, when it says your inner strength, now you're going to have, like I said, days where you don't feel like you're your best, but still you have to have they call it intestinal fortitude to continue to press forward, to continue to go on in your mission to achieve your goal. Okay, visualize success. Constantly imagine yourself working in your dream shop. You are competently handling clients, loving the job and the environment. The more you practice visualization, the more easily you will turn your vision into reality. I visualized this school about 8 years ago. I tried to open a school in Gastonia first. I had a partner. It didn't work out. We found a building, started investing, started doing all types of things, but when it really got down to the seriousness of it, I realized that he and I had different business philosophies. And so I had to end our partnership and lost a little money, but I feel like that, I say it all the time, a loss is not a loss, it's a lesson. And that, and then after that, probably about 3 years after that, I went to Statesville with a gentleman, and we discussed opening a school together, and his business philosophy was different than mine as well.
Who was that?
I will not name his name. I'll tell you when we're not recording.
Okay. I probably know him.
Yeah.
I do.
And so and so that was when I realized that I have to do this on my own. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, partnerships are good if you can find the right partner, but you have to share the same vision. You have to have the same business mentality, and y'all have to be on the same page, when it comes to certain things. But the way I have this school here, like I said, 8 years ago, I knew how I wanted it. I knew I could see it, and it finally came to fruition. And actually, like I said, I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. I was just telling James this morning, how on Facebook you get memories shared or whatever. I had a post that popped up on my memory from last year. I did a hair show last year. And first hair show ever around here, and it was a great hair show, had a lot of people. And I was saying in that post, that, I had high ambitions and I feel like I'm being led to a certain place, and this hair show is gonna be great and all this and that. But at the time, this school was right here waiting on me. God already had this sitting here waiting on me with my name on it, and I didn't even know it. Because just months after that hair show is when I found this building and we started working. I started working immediately and was able to open this place up in just a couple of months. It took me probably about 4 months. And so, but it was so easy because I already had the visualization of how I was going to do it and how I was going to have this place set up. And so it made it easier for me. Build on your strengths. Practice doing whatever helps you maintain a positive self-image. If you are good at doing something, example, playing the guitar, running, cooking, gardening, or singing, the time you invest in that activity will allow you to feel good about yourself. Remember that there may be things you are good at that you do not realize. You may be a good listener, for instance, or a caring and considerate friend. And that's a good thing too, building on your strengths. I've been asked and I've thought about investing in different things, but my motto is stick to what you know. And I know hair best of anything. I know this industry best of anything. So that's why, I wanted to create my own product line. I wanted to do a barber school and open more shops, do whatever. I'm just gonna stick in the hair industry. Now don't get me wrong, I may possibly invest in something outside of the hair industry, but if I'm gonna invest in something big and get something going, first and foremost, I'm sticking to what I know. Be kind to yourself. This action step may be the hardest, but is the most important one for success. Eliminate self-critical or negative thoughts, which are counterproductive. If you make a mistake, view it as a learning opportunity to improve yourself and get it right the next time. That's exactly what I was just saying. And along the path of success, you're gonna have self-doubt. When I opened my first barbershop, I was like, I don't know. I'd already planned on where I was gonna work, get a little second shift, third shift job while I was trying to get the barbershop off the ground. Because I wasn't confident, and what if it don't work? What if I have to close? And self-doubt is just something that's just part of this. And even with this school, I had so many people tell me I was crazy, that it wasn't going to work here in this county, and I fed into what people were telling me. So I started doubting myself. But I'm the type of person, you just gonna have to prove me wrong, you know. Just like when I was in school, if somebody 6'4", 300 pounds, you tell me, I ain't scared, you just gonna have to beat my tail. I ain't afraid of you. You have to show me that you can whoop me. You know what I mean? And same thing with business. You know, I just felt like this was meant for me, and I don't feel like there's nothing I can't do because I have supreme confidence in myself, and I know my abilities as a business person, and not just as a business person. I know that I know how to interact and handle people, situations, and all these other things, and so I fought the self-doubts, and I continued on to the point of where we are now. And I still, at this point, very moments, feel like I'm still just getting started. I mean, yeah, I have a school here, but I'm thinking about 10 other schools if I can, you know what I mean? Never ever settle, never ever be satisfied with where you're at, because I'm not by no means done. I still got plans to do a whole lot of other things. Stay true to yourself. Be yourself and be professional. It takes too much time and effort to be someone that you're not. Being unique is a valuable asset. And that's why I listen to Eric Thomas as well, because, you know, he instills confidence in me, and, you know, and helps me deal with negativity. All of us deal with negativity. And some of you are going to face people, man, why are you going to barber school? You know what I mean? Why are you wasting your time going to barber school, man? You need to do something else, so don't go to that school. All of y'all are going to face that, you know? And so that's just something that is part of life, and y'all are going to deal with that. That's just a known fact. Practice new behaviors. Because achieving success is a skill, you can develop it by practicing positive new behaviors, such as speaking with confidence, standing tall, and using proper grammar. That goes back to a saying, to get something you never had, you got to do something you never done. And so, you know, this is something new to y'all. It's an adjustment in life. And when you go through different adjustments, you got to change yourself as well. You can't take the old Nate into this new thing that you're doing. You got to adjust and adapt. You can't be the same James that you were cutting hair at home. You got to have a different way that you do it, because it's going to be in the shop. And so that's pretty much what that is talking about. Keep your personal life separate from your work. Talking about your personal life at work is counterproductive and can cause the whole shop to suffer. Try to separate your work life from your home life and develop a healthy work-life balance. Because don't nobody care nothing about your problems. We all got problems. Don't take them to work with you. We all got a light bill due. We all got kids. We all got bad kids. We all got to get on our nerves. We all argue with our spouse or significant other sometimes. We all deal with that. Don't take that to work, because your customers don't want to hear that. They want to see you positive. It's all about positive energy. And y'all see me in here every day. I'm cutting up with y'all. I'm tripping. Y'all think I ain't got problems? Mm-hmm. I got more problems than probably all y'all in here put together, because I deal with a lot on a day-to-day basis, but nobody will ever know it, you know? Keep your energy up. What I was just saying. Successful barbers take care of themselves by drinking water and eating right. Get the proper amount of sleep. Eat healthy foods and manage your time wisely. Also create balance by spending time with family and friends, having hobbies, and enjoying recreational activities. Because energy is real. Positive energy is real. I don't hang around negative people. I refuse. If anybody around me in my circle is negative, I don't want to deal with it, period. I'm about people that are forward thinkers. I'm about people that are positive, people that want to do something with their lives as well as myself. Because if you are dealing with somebody like that, they're going to bring you down with it. And I also have a saying, if you're the smartest person in your group, you need a new group. You need a new group. Because you ain't learning nothing from nobody. They're sponging off of you and bringing you down to their level. Sorry. You've got to hang with people that are smarter than you. And you know, and somebody told me, man, that's kind of an insulting remark, but it's true. It is. I'm dumber than this person, but no, it's not about that. It's just that this person over here knows more than you know, and so they can teach you, or you can learn things from being around this other person. And so, yeah, if you're the smartest person in your group, you need a new group. Respect others. Make a conscious effort to respect everyone. Exercise good manners with others by using words such as please, thank you, and excuse me. Practice being a good listener and remember not to interrupt others when they are speaking. Stay productive. There are 3 bad habits that can keep you from maintaining peak performance: procrastination, perfectionism, and number 3, lack of a game plan. You will see an almost instant improvement in your productivity when you eliminate these troublesome tendencies. Don't procrastinate. Some of y'all been talking about going to barber school for years. Didn't do it. Y'all could already be in the shop making money already. You could have your own shop. You know what I mean? But right now, you're a student and you're on your way towards it. But as you're not procrastinated years ago or whenever, you could already be further ahead of what you're doing now. Yeah. But that's why it's good that y'all took the step and that y'all are here right now doing what you're doing. And so when it comes to being in the shop, doing things again in life, because I teach y'all about life other than barbering, because life applies to barbering, man. How you handle your life and the way you carry yourself in life determines what type of barber that you are. So don't procrastinate with anything in life. Perfectionism. Everybody wants to have the perfect haircut, but there's no such thing. Sometimes you gotta let that haircut go. Sometimes this fade on this side might not be as good as that side or whatever. Sometimes you gotta let it go, man. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be a perfect barber. I'm not a perfect barber. Nobody is. So perfectionism can hurt you as well. And as far as lack of a game plan, you gotta have goals and a plan for your life. Where am I heading? What am I doing? What do you want? Actually, that's going to be our assignment for the weekend. I'll talk more about that later. Okay. And I just talked about all of those things. So I'll skip over this 1, 2, and 3, and we'll go to motivation and self-management. Starting something new can be both exciting and intimidating. What I said to y'all the first day, them butterflies you had in your stomach the first day you came here, it was excitement, but it was nervousness as well, intimidated by the unknown, because that's just part of when you're doing something that's unknown, something that you don't do on a regular basis. You're outside of your comfort zone. You can't be afraid to be outside of your comfort zone, because that's going to happen in situations all the time in life. And so, for example, many new students feel nervous about starting barbering school. So whatever the emotions you may feel, motivation and self-management skills will help you move to the next level in your career. To achieve success, you need more than an external push. You must feel a sense of personal excitement and have a good reason for staying the course. You are the one in charge of managing your own life and learning. To achieve this goal successfully, use creativity. Now, and when you graduate here and you go to whatever shop you're gonna go work at or whatever, you're gonna be nervous that first day. You're gonna have the jitters, the same butterflies that you had when you started here. It's probably gonna be worse when you go start at that shop that you get ready to go work at when you leave here. And then again, after that, when you start your own shop, I did not sleep the night before I opened up I've opened 2 shops, the first one and the second. I did not sleep the night before because I was just nervous. Okay, your creative capability. Creativity means having a talent such as painting, acting, playing an instrument, writing, or cutting hair. Creativity is also an unlimited inner resource of ideas and solutions. To enhance your creativity, keep those guidelines in mind. Be positive. Criticism blocks the creative mind from exploring ideas and discovering solutions to challenges. Look around for creative inspiration. Tap into the creative energies of art, museums, music, hair shows, and magazines. Improve your vocabulary. Hang with Jeff. Build a positive vocabulary by using active problem-solving words such as explore, analyze, and determine. Surround yourself with others who share your passion. Again, there it is. In today's hectic and pressured world, many talented people find that they are more creative in an environment where people work together and share ideas. This is where the value of a strong team comes into play. Everybody here has the same goal, being a professional barber. You're hanging with like-minded people. Now you might leave here. That's why I don't have any friends now. When I went to barber school, all my friends was all about the wrong things. They wasn't trying to do nothing positive with their life, move forward in life. They was just trying to do the same old thing that we was always doing. Y'all, some of y'all got some friends now. They on the block right now, smoking a blunt, drinking a beer right now on the block. But y'all trying to do something positive with your life. And you're here surrounded by other people that share your same goals, and that's important. And it's good to, even though you might leave here and go back to that negativity, tomorrow morning you're gonna wake up and you're gonna come back and be here in this positive environment around people that will inspire you, because this is a journey. It's not easy. Graduating barber school is not easy because it's a grind, man. 1,528 hours, that's a lot of hours. Takes time to get there. Trust me. All right. So, design a mission statement. I'm under that now. An essential part of business is the mission statement, which establishes the purpose and values for which an individual or institution lives and works by. It provides a sense of direction by defining guiding principles and clarifying goals, as well as indicating how an organization operates. Often you will find the mission statement of a company posted for customers to read. Look for a mission statement next time you are in a hotel, fast food restaurant, or any other service-related business. The mission often becomes more than just a statement. It becomes the cultural pulse for organizations. A well thought out sense of purpose in the form of a mission statement will also help individuals on their journey to success. Create a mission statement by beginning with your interests. We have created a tool, the interest self-test, to help you get started. See figure, whatever, but anyway, we'll worry about that later. Next, try to prepare a mission statement in 1 or 2 sentences that communicates who you are and what you want for your life. One example of a simple yet thoughtful mission statement is, I am dedicated to pursuing a successful career with dignity, honesty, and integrity. Your mission statement will lead you in the right direction and help you feel secure when things temporarily go off course. For reinforcement, keep a copy of your mission statement where you can see it and read it frequently.
So do you have, because I was trying to do this the other day, but I couldn't, I don't know, I got sidetracked, honestly, I was about to do it, but what's your mission statement for Plush Cuts barbershop?
It's in the handbook.
Yes, but I'll give you the gist of it. To inspire others, to create opportunities for others, to be a pillar in the community, and to affect change in my community.
For the barbershop?
That in here.
Okay.
It's
the same?
Because it's the same. Because what I want to do is, I feel great because I'm creating opportunities. I'm giving people chances at careers. I'm changing lives. All of you all, your lives will be changed once you graduate here. You will have a career. You will have a profession. You'll be able to maintain your families and also be different people when you leave here. And number one, that's a lot of responsibility on one person, because you got some barber schools, I don't talk about them, but they're not teaching life skills. Because y'all see now that I talk about life just as much as I talk about barbering. I'm also trying to make you all better people, great thinkers, and good barbers. And so, for me to have that that's a big responsibility on me, but I get pleasure out of knowing that I'm doing life-changing work, and so also I'm changing the community through you all and through my actions, because I'm sending out barbers in these communities, whether you be in Statesville, Lenore, wherever. You're going to go there and make that a better place, because you're going to be inspired to do things in the community. Have free haircut giveaways, do different things. And so that I get enjoyment and pleasure. That's better to me than money. I want y'all to make y'all payments, but still, that's better to me than money.
You smiles.
Yes, sir, that's right.
That's why I was asking you, because we're gonna all be in a barber shop, so we need to, I think it'd be good if I had to you write on my mirror or something tell you what you're about and make you look more professional,
yes, sir.
Serious.
Yes, sir. And actually, like I said, that's what I was gonna have you all to do for this weekend. Write for me, what is it? What's your purpose here? What do you want to gain out of this? And like you said, write yourself a mission statement. That's gonna be your assignment for this weekend.
I wrote mine already.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And you know, and so
I ain't,
You know, I wasn't in class, so I was doing my stuff at home, just
right,
going,
right,
you know.
right.
So,
Yeah, and like you said, you can write that mission statement and put it on your mirror at your whatever shop you work at. Put it right there so your customers can see it, and not just your customers, you, because it's gonna be some days where, like I said, you're gonna be down. You're not gonna be feeling yourself. You turn around, look at your mission statement, and inspire yourself.
Yeah, be like, this is what I'm here for. This
That's
is my
right,
purpose.
and then you turn around and you know, all right, I'm ready now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to inspire yourself
'Cause
sometimes.
I actually wrote like 3 of them down.
Yeah.
I was trying to like combine all 3 of them, and then I ended up having to go do something, and then I just completely forgot about it, and I
Okay.
lost the paper.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, because that's what it's about. I remember my pastor said one time, you can't always wait for your pastor to pray for you and lay hands, and sometimes you got to pray and
you
lay
gotta
hands
do
on
it for
yourself.
Yeah.
So, you know, and the same thing goes as far as inspiration. Sometimes we can't always turn on Eric Thomas, you know what I mean? Sometimes we can't turn on these motivational speakers. Sometimes you got to motivate yourself. Okay, goal setting, is that where I'm at? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Do you have direction, drive, desire, and a dream? If so, do you have a reasonable idea of how to go about meeting your goals? Goal setting is the identification of long-term and short-term goals. When you know what you want, you can draw a circle around your destination and chart the best course to get there. By mapping out goals, you will see where to focus your attention in order to fulfill your dreams. When setting goals, categorize them based on the amount of time it takes to accomplish the goals. An example of a short-term goal is to get through an exam successfully. Another short-term goal is to graduate from barbering school. Short-term goals are usually those that are to be accomplished in a year or less. Long-term goals are measured in larger increments of time, such as 2, 5, 10 years, or even longer. An example of a long-term goal is becoming a barbershop owner in 5 years. Once you have organized your thoughts, write them down in a short-term and long-term columns, and divide each set of goals into workable segments. Now the goals will not seem out of sight or overwhelming. For example, if you are a part-time barbering student, one of your long-term goals should be to become a licensed barber. At first, getting this license might seem to require an overwhelming amount of time and effort. However, then when larger aspirations are divided into short-term goals, such as going to class on time, completing homework assignments, and mastering techniques, you will find that accomplishing each short-term goal leads progressively to the accomplishment of the larger goal. Remember to set feasible goals, to create a plan of action, and to revisit the plan often. While adjusting goals and action plans may be necessary from time to time, successful people know that focusing on their goals will move them forward towards additional success. And that's what that just said was, like I said, making adjustments. You have to do that from time to time. And that's why I was just saying, it took me 3 times to get this barber school. I tried it once, I tried it twice, and the 3rd time was a charm. And other things in life that y'all do, everybody's done something that didn't work right the first time. You had to go back and refigure whatever. If you putting a door on your bathroom, man, them screws and stuff didn't work right. Or if you're trying to get a garden planted, it didn't grow like you thought, you had to go and readjust your plan and go back and do it again. And then it finally worked. And that's just the way, you know, this barbering thing, goal setting, and all that works with life. Okay, going on to the next page, page 30. Demonstrate time management. This is so important. I cannot tell y'all how important this is. Okay. Effectively managing your time will help you reach your goals more quickly. Here are some ways you can be more effective at time management. Learn to prioritize by ordering tasks on your to-do list from most important to least important. When designing your time management system, make sure it will work for you. For example, if you are a person who needs a fair amount of flexibility, schedule some blocks of unstructured time. Never take on more than you can handle. Learn to say no firmly but kindly and mean it. It will be easier to complete tasks if activities are limited. Learn problem-solving techniques that will save you time and needless frustration. Give yourself some downtime whenever you are frustrated, overwhelmed, worried, or feeling guilty. You lose valuable time and energy when you are in a negative state of mind. Unfortunately, there may be situations where you cannot get up and walk away. To handle these difficult times, try practicing the technique of deep breathing. Just fill your lungs as much as you can and exhale slowly. After about 5 to 10 breaths, you will usually find that you have calmed down and your inner balance has been restored. Have a notepad, organizer, tablet, or any other digital application accessible at all times. Make daily, weekly, monthly schedules that show exam times, study sessions, and any other regular commitments. Plan leisure time around these commitments rather than the other way around. Identify times during the day when you are energetic and times when you want to or need to relax. Plan your schedule accordingly. Reward yourself with a special treat or activity for work well done and efficient time management. Do not neglect physical activity. Remember that exercise and recreation stimulate clear thinking. Schedule at least one block of free time each day. This free time will be your hedge against events that happen unexpectedly, such as car trouble, child care problems, helping a friend in need, or other unforeseen circumstances. Understand the value of to-do lists for the day and the week. These lists help prioritize tasks and activities, a key element to organizing time efficiently. Make effective time management a habit. I cannot stress how important time management is. I cannot stress it. I live by my book, by my Google Calendar. I have every hour from about 8 to 8. I have every minute of my day written down, planned out. You have to do the same. You have to have some form of time management. You got to put stuff together to where, okay, at 9 o'clock, I'm not even gonna use barbering. I'm gonna wash my windows at home. I'll be done by 10. Okay, and say you got a meeting at 2 o'clock. So you know what I mean? You got to have your time managed properly to where you can make that meeting on time, to where you can do stuff on time. And even in the barbershop, all right, I got 10 people that want haircuts today. I'm doing a fade. This fade might take me 20 minutes. I'll say 30 minutes. So I'm gonna block this 30 minutes for this customer. And I'm gonna block the next one, he's getting a haircut, shave, facial. So I'm gonna block an hour for this customer. I mean, time managed, because if a customer has an appointment at 11 o'clock, and if they don't get into the chair until 11:45, they're gonna be mad. They're probably not gonna come back. And so time management is very, very important. And and you got to know, and like it says in the book, you got to know what you're capable of and what you're not capable of. Don't overdo it. Don't put yourself out there too much. But you have to. I cannot stress enough of how using every minute of your day wisely, and having a plan with what you want to do with your day, what you're going to do at this time, how long it's going to take. Time management is so important. I just cannot stress that enough. Okay. Employ successful learning tools. Having a successful career as a professional barber begins by employing key learning tools while at school. To realize the greatest benefits education can provide, commit yourself to doing the following. Attend all classes, arrive for class early, have all necessary materials ready, listen attentively to your instructor, take notes, highlight important points, pay close attention during summary and review sessions. When something is not clear, ask for clarification. If you are still unsure, ask again for assistance. That's why I tell you all the time, if you have any questions, never hesitate to ask me. Even if we're not at school, text me. All of you have texted me outside of this school, and I respond. If you call me, if you got any questions, anything, even when we're in the midst of doing whatever, always ask me, because I need y'all to be clear on what we're doing and what we're talking about. There's no such thing as a stupid question. No such thing. Okay. Everyone learns in their own personal and unique ways. Your study skills should utilize the methods or tools that will help you absorb and retain new information. Learning all of the study skills available will help you find what works best for you and make valuable use of your time. Repetition. Whether you repeat information in your head, say it out loud, write it down, or practice it hands-on, repetition helps your short-term memory secure a firmer grasp on the information, making the information easier to retrieve it when you need it. Organization. You can be used and to process new information for both short-term and long-term memory use. If a new topic seems particularly overwhelming, categorize the information into smaller segments. For example, rather than trying to learn about all the layers of skin at once, study and learn about one skin division at a time. Mnemonics is a device that helps you remember or recall information. They can be word associations, acronyms, songs, rhymes, or any other form of memory trigger that helps you recall information. I'm gonna tell y'all why that's important. When you're in the barbershop, you need to remember your customers' names. Remember something about them, because you want them to feel special. You want them to feel like you care about them. You want them to feel like you know them. When I first started barbering, I had a problem remembering customers' names. And so I would write down stuff like, okay, this customer drives a red Durango, his name is Bruce. I would seriously have a list right there at my station, well, in my drawer. And so when I seen that red Durango pull up, I turned to my page, okay, that's Bruce. Hey, what's up, Bruce? How you doing, bro? How you, stuff like that is important. And people feel better with you when you're more personable with them. And you need to remember, well, when Bruce got 2 kids, last time he was here, one of his kids broke his leg. Bruce, man, how's your daughter, man? Is she doing okay? I know she broke a leg last time we spoke and stuff like that. These little things
mean a lot.
They separate you from other barbers.
It makes them feel like you actually care.
That's exactly right. And it makes them tip you. And not just that, they're gonna stick with you regardless, And that's the kind of thing where when somebody be like, hey man, it's this new barber in town, man, this dude is nice, man, you need to go try him. Nah, man, I'm gonna stick with my barber, Rife, man. Rife, man, this dude cool. We've been together all these years. He know me, my family. I ain't going nowhere else. You know what I mean? That's where that comes in. And that keeps money coming in your pocket. And so these little things are important and they go a long way. Okay, word associations. To promote better long-term memory, try to associate new information with prior knowledge by using word association techniques. For example, the outermost layer of the epidermis is the stratum corneum. It is also known as the horny layer because it consists of tightly packed cells that are similar to an animal's horn or hoof. The outer cells are continually shed and replaced with new cells from the underlying layers of the epidermis. In this example, corn in corneum rhymes with horn, providing an easy way to remember both technical and alternate terminology. Using word associations can be helpful for remembering most information, but be sure to create associations that mean something to you. Meaningful associations will assist you in actually learning the material and make it easier for you to retrieve your long-term memory when you need it. Acronyms are created by using the first letters in a series of words. For example, the functions of the skin can be remembered by using the word shapes. Sensations, heat regulation, absorption, protection, excretion, and secretion. Shapes is a particularly good acronym because the skin also gives shape to the body. Songs and rhymes. Songs or rhymes do not have to be complicated. Something as simple as keep the air and the hair moving when blow drying to prevent burning a client's scalp, or rock and roll rodding creates a spiral perm. To illustrate a rodding technique can be effective reminders during application procedures. Visual study skills. For some, the need to visually lay out thoughts, plans, and ideas is key to retaining information. For these learners, the more visual study skills of mind mapping and note-taking can be effective learning tools. Mind mapping is a method you can use to create a visual representation of your thoughts, ideas, or class notes. Here are some basic guidelines for mind mapping a topic. Write the main topic or problem in the center of the piece of paper. Think about the topic and allow your ideas to flow. Write down key words or ideas that come to mind. Use lines to connect the key words to the main topic. Expand on the key words by creating new connections to additional thoughts or information. Use colors and or symbols to highlight important information. And underneath is an example. We won't go into that. We're just going to turn over to the next page. Taking notes. Note taking is a valuable skill. That's why I tell y'all, especially a lot of the things that we say here, and especially some of the things I may say to you that aren't in the book, it's important to take notes, because some of these things you can look back on, not just when you're here in school, when you get in the shop, you can look back on, what was that we was talking about remembering names and stuff it's important. Note-taking is a valuable skill to develop for studying and working in the business world. Effective note-takers listen carefully and pay attention to verbal cues that alert them to important information. When taking notes, listen and watch for these cues. The speaker emphasizes words or phrases. I do that. You hear a directive such as you need to know, or you might want to know, or remember. We say that. The speaker uses definitive words such as main or first that provide the importance or the order of something. If it gets written on the board, it is usually important. Although most of us develop our own way of taking notes, here are some general tips to get you started. Remember, you need to take notes in a way that makes sense to you and that will help you make the most of the process. Develop or select a note-taking template that works best for the way you like to organize new information. Date and number the note pages for easier organization. You need to review them. Listen carefully to lesson introductions and summaries. Use keywords or phrases to identify main points. Use complete and accurate sentences when the instructor says you need to know, or this is important, or when technical definitions are used. Use marks or symbols to emphasize important words, definitions, and so on. Use symbols, pictures, diagrams to create visual reminders or to illustrate a concept. Use colored pens or highlighters to emphasize important points. That would be the easiest way. I tell y'all to get a highlighter, especially like when we have terms in the book. This is your book. Ain't nobody taking it back from you. So yeah, if you was to get a highlighter and especially some of these terms, that would help you when you study. Because when you get ready to go take your state board test, you're going to have to go back and study this book. And so if you have important stuff highlighted, it will help you study a lot better for the test in Raleigh. Okay. Remember that every effort you make to follow through on your education is an investment in your future. The progress you make with your learning will increase your confidence. In fact, when you have mastered a range of information and techniques, your self-esteem will soar right along with your grades. That is so true. Because when you know that you're doing something, I don't know, maybe right now, some of y'all, you feel better about yourselves just because you're in barber school. You're trying to do something different with your life. You're not doing what you were 6 months ago. And so you feel better about yourself. I know I feel better about myself that I got school now. Don't get me wrong, I'm my toughest critic. I criticize myself every day. I still think I am far behind my potential. Only because my ambition is not regular than everybody else's. My ambition eats 8 Big Macs a day. But still, I feel good about myself knowing that I am making a positive change, and it affects my attitude. I feel better. It helps my self-esteem, and I didn't need all of this for my confidence. I've always been. Even when I was 17, I had supreme confidence in myself because I always felt like I could do whatever. And you have to have that confidence. You have to have supreme confidence, almost on that line. Because I'm not arrogant by no means, but it's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. And a lot of people that don't know me, they think I'm arrogant because I'm so confident and I feel like I can do anything and I'm constantly trying to do more. Like, man, you got a barbershop, you got barber school, why don't you just stop? No, I'm not stopping. No. Why would I? I'm trying to have, like I said, 10 barber schools if I can have it. I'm not stopping, period. I'm still gonna keep trying to grind and still wake up every day like I haven't accomplished nothing. And I'm upset with myself right now because I'm not further along than where I'm at. And but I feel good about myself, and it helps me feel better knowing that I am at least affecting the world in some type of way, form or fashion. I'm helping you with to be able to provide for your children, and to be a better person in the community and to help yourselves. So I get joy out of that. I do. Okay, ethics. Ethics are the moral principles by which we live and work. In a shop setting, ethical stand. Wait a minute, y'all don't think I'm arrogant, do you? Anybody think I'm arrogant? I won't even take it personal.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Right there.
But seriously though, some people like, man, look at that dude. He think he all that, man. He got this, man. I ain't got nothing.
You got no such thing as arrogance. Ain't no such thing as arrogance.
Yeah, I got yeah. But go get on the internet and see what you got some millionaires that's driving Maseratis, Lamborghinis.
I got Lexus too. Don't
You know what I mean? That's got millions in their bank account. I ain't nowhere near that level. I ain't got nothing. I ain't no better than nobody in here. I ain't no better. We are all on the same level. But anyway, that's right. Anyway, yeah, they don't stop. Ethics are the moral principles by which we live and work. In a shop setting, ethical standards should guide your conduct with clients and fellow employees. When your actions are respectful, courteous, and helpful, you are behaving in an ethical manner. Practice ethical behavior in the barbershop by employing these 5 professional actions. Provide skilled and competent services. Be honest, courteous, and sincere. Avoid sharing clients' private matters with others, even your closest friends. Participate in continuing education and staying on track with new information, techniques, and skills. Give clients accurate information about treatments and products. Now, yes, don't be the one in the shop gossiping. Don't be talking about other people's business. Hey man, you hear about your boy? And this and that in front. Don't do that. Don't do that. And when somebody gives you, if the haircut costs $30, if somebody gives you 3 20s by mistake, say the 20 stuck together, give them their change back. Don't keep their change, because I know some barbers that'll keep that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
3 20s.
You know how them 20s stick together? You know what I'm saying? Or say the haircut just costs $20, and they give you them 2 that's stuck together. It's them new ones.
I might not have said they got stuck together either, Dave.
You see what I'm saying? Be honest. You got it, because it's about your integrity and it's about being honest with people. Because people give me the wrong change and stuff like that, huh?
That's gonna make them come back because they know you ain't gonna try to.
Exactly. They can trust you. But yeah, because that's gonna happen to y'all. Y'all gonna be in the barbershop and somebody gonna give y'all the wrong amount of money.
Crispy.
Them crispy 20s and stuff give them their money back. Don't cheat nobody.
The cut's 15, you give them a 20. Ain't you give them 5 back?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if they give you a 20 and if it's 2 of them, and so
don't expect it. That's a big thing too.
And be like, hey man, you gave me 2 20s. Yeah, and if they wanted to tip you that, let them tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying as far as change, like if you say 15, they give you a 20. At least reach in your pocket.
Try to give them their change back, because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna tell you to keep.
Nah, keep
exactly.
that tip, bro.
Yeah. But at least try.
But don't assume that that's what they want. Yeah. Exactly. And then
trust like it works that way because someone just trying you.
That's right. That's right. And they will. They really will.
I ain't got time to pass no test. I've had an go already. If you don't get this shape up.
Yeah, and like I said, and don't be in the shop gossiping about other people's business or whatever, because that can come back on you as well. That customer might come back and maybe even try to fight you. Who knows? You know what I mean? But don't be the one in the shop trying to gossip either. Just go there, stay to yourself, do your job, be courteous to everybody else, get along with everybody, and go home. Okay, professional ethics. To be an ethical person, you need to embody the following qualities. Self-care. To be helpful to others, it is essential to take care of yourself. Try the self-care test to assess how you are doing. Integrity. Maintain your integrity by aligning your behavior and actions to your values. For example, recommending products that clients do not really need is unethical behavior. Or on the other hand, if you feel that a client would benefit from certain products and additional services, it would be unethical not to give the client that information. Now, and also where it says this self-care test and these things that are like figure 211 or whatever, now y'all can go back and look at these things and use them, you know, and apply them to whatever you're doing. It's just for the benefit of time. We're not gonna cover every last one of these little things, like all these diagrams and stuff, because I mean, they are not as important as the text. Okay. Discretion. Do not share your personal issues with clients. Likewise, never breach confidentiality by repeating personal information that clients have shared with you. Because you're gonna have clients that's gonna come and tell you their personal problems. But that's between you and your client. Keep it that way. Communication. Your responsibility to behave ethically extends to your communications with customers and coworkers. Be aware of what you say and how you say it. Also, be conscious of your nonverbal communications, such as facial expressions or body language, which are just as important as verbal communication. That is so true. Let me tell y'all a story. When I first got elected to city council, I don't even care if this is recorded, they know it. People would talk about stuff, and I had to control, because all of our meetings get recorded, just like this, and get posted on YouTube. And somebody would come in and say something stupid, and I'm like, you know, this look right here, like, and I had to see, I got to keep a straight face the whole time. You know, I got to nod and be like, yeah, okay. You know, and that applies to y'all in the barbershop and in life. Because y'all gonna hear people talking about some stupid stuff. And you can't just roll your eyes and, you know what I mean? Because that nonverbal communication is just as important. And it's all about controlling yourself. And again, that's conducting yourself with a professional attitude, which that's chapter 3. And actually, hey, we might even have time to cover chapter 3 today and do a demo. How about that? Okay, let me finish this chapter and then we'll talk about that in a minute before I let y'all go to lunch. Okay, barbers interact with people from all walks of life every day, all day. It is useful, therefore, to have a sense of how different personality traits work together. Refer regularly to the following characteristics of a healthy, positive attitude. Diplomacy. Being assertive and is good because it helps people understand your position. However, it is a short step from being assertive to being aggressive or even bullying. Take your attitude temperature to see how well you practice the art of diplomacy. Diplomacy, also known as tact, is the ability to deliver truthful, even sometimes critical or difficult messages in a kind way. Also, something I forgot to share with y'all. When you are new in the shop, everybody's looking at you. They're watching your every move. The shop owner, the other barbers, the customers, you're the new person, so everybody's watching. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind. All eyes on you, period. Just keep that in mind. So that's another reason why you gotta kind of control how you act, your facial expressions, all that stuff, because all eyes on you. Okay, pleasing tone of voice. The tone of voice is a personality trait. But if your natural voice is harsh or if you tend to mumble, you can consciously improve by speaking more softly or more clearly. Another technique is to smile when speaking if it is appropriate. Smiling will help the tone of your voice, so practice it when speaking in person, when talking on the phone. So when you're talking to a stupid person and they say something stupid, okay, I hear you. Even though you think in the back of your mind, this stupid MFer, you know what I mean? But it's all about, you know, the way you handle stuff, and, you know? I mean, this stuff goes a long way. Emotional stability. Learning how to handle confrontation and how to share your feelings in a professional manner is important to building emotional stability and control. Sensitivity. Being sensitive means being compassionate and responsive to other people. Values and goals guide your behavior and give us direction. Receptivity. Be interested in other people and responsive to their opinions, feelings, and ideas. Receptivity involves taking the time to really listen to others. Also, be open-minded and willing to work with all personality types. Effective communication skills. Commit to practicing effective communication through active listening, nonverbal, and verbal skills. Now, are there any questions or any discussion about what we just read in chapter 2? No?